Hey everyone, this is Samlak24 and today I have another budget deck for you. Now this is going to be a somewhat, well, it's not a revised version because I think it's almost exactly the same, except with we switched out a couple of cards. Now if you haven't seen this this version or this deck, I do have an older version in my playlist. You can go ahead and search for that if you like. Now what this is, this entire deck can almost, I think all of it can be obtained for free except for the Element Saurus. And the Element Saurus, you can switch it out for whatever other monster you want. I think there's another a fiend that does the exact same thing, that negates effects, so you can switch it out for that one. And the deck consists of the 3 Thunder Dragons, the 2 of those. Now this thing, the Ghost of Fled Dreams, has a huge defense, and that's the only reason that I run it. If I had Cocoon of Evolutions, I think it's called, I would run that instead. It's a 2000 defense, however I don't have one. So if you have the Cocoon instead of the Fled Dreams, just go ahead and replace it. The Crawling Dragons you get from Rex, from leveling up Rex, and I think from farming Rex. So go ahead and farm Rex as much as possible. And then the 2-headed King Rex is the same thing, just farm Rex. The Wirioku you get from the card trader. The enemy control you could have gotten from the KC Cup or from farming Kaiba. I do have 2. I farmed one from Kaiba and I got one from the KC Cup. The polymerizations you get them from the card trader. The D-spells you get them by leveling up Yugi and Kaiba. The Metamorph you get it from Keith level 25, I think. The Trap Jammer, unfortunately, you do have to buy, and it's rare, so it's easy to obtain, and you should most likely should have a copy of it. And then a Windstorm from getting Maya 25. The deck is crazy insane. It's most of the time it beats out the mirror matches if you play conservatively. The Thunder Dragons are huge with polymerization. They get you a huge beat stick, and then they thin out your deck by 2 cards, so that's huge. You're already starting out with a lower deck count. Now I couldn't decide what card to take out, so I decided to leave it at 21 because I had that Thunder Dragons. But if you like, you can go ahead and take something out. I just couldn't decide over taking out the Trap Jammer or maybe the Metamorph, but I just went ahead and left it at 21. So the deck, it's a beatdown deck, and if you have ordered charges and other better trap cards, you can go ahead and choose to use those. This is just going to be like a baseline for the budget deck. Everything in here is free and can be obtained for free as long as you have the time to grind for it. And the Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon, you can get it from the card trader. So, like I said, all you have to do is really grind for the deck, and you should be able to obtain it for free. There's things you should have from getting maybe a couple of packs, and if you don't have them, just replace it for with another Beat Stick or with a Cocoon of Evolution, with 2 more of those if you have them, or maybe Toy Magicians if you got it lucky with a Yugi event. But the deck is extremely consistent, it's extremely good, and it puts a lot of pressure on your opponent. The only thing is that whenever you get to like Platinum, maybe 1 or 2, when you start seeing the relinquished decks, I don't think it'll be able to compete with that. Because once they take over your one of your monsters, I think that's going to be it for you. But in all the way from Gold 1 to 5, maybe Platinum 1, you shouldn't have any problems with it. And because I have done that before in the past, whenever Relinquish got released and everyone had 2 of them, and I was able to take the deck to Platinum. And if you want to go ahead and see that, you can go ahead and look at my playlist, and you should be able to see a ton of videos with it. So the deck is good for Platinum, and after that, I think you will have to, if you want to go any higher than that, or maybe if you do get lucky, you can go ahead and maybe even get it to King of Games, depending on your luck. And depending on how good you play the deck, because if you have the skill to play it, the deck's extremely good. But you can't just be ramming into things and then expect to win, because people will punish you if you just blindly attack monsters. So go ahead and play the deck conservative, and you shouldn't have any problems getting to Platinum 1. And I actually pre-recorded the games that I'm about to show you. However, the games were extremely good, and I just have to put commentary on it. So I don't have the regular Duel Links like back noise or music or whatever you call it. I do have like my usual standard pre-recorded music on it, and I'm commentating over that. So go ahead and enjoy the rest of the video, and if you have any comments or any suggestions, leave them in the comment section below. All right, so I had this pre-recorded, and I just had to do a commentary behind it because the gameplay is just extremely good. So let's go ahead and get started. And I think right off the bat, we play a mirror match, and his deck's actually it's a full-blown competitive deck, and mine's just a budget deck. However, I do have a ton of experience with Rex, so I kind of know what I'm doing. So I don't remember if he starts or if I start. But I was lucky and I did get the Thunder Dragon into polymerization, and I'm going to be clicking every now and then just so my phone won't go into a black screen and my recorder stops. So he goes first. He summons his 22 attack beat stick and sets a back row. Now, I was kind of scared of the back row. I didn't know what it was. I was thinking it was maybe Mirror Wall, so I just went ahead and activated the Thunder Dragon and got 2 more. And I think I activated the polymerization right afterwards. Alright, so that's a second Thunder Dragon. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and activate the polymerization and get the twin Thunder Dragon, the fusion one. And I think it's 28 attack and 21 defense, which is huge. And I think it's one of the better cards that you can get from the card trader, and I think it's really worth it to go ahead and get 2 copies of it, and then the 3 Thunder Dragons, so you can go ahead and get into it. As if you're lower level, you can go ahead and make that budget auto duel deck that you can use the 3 Thunder Dragons and the 3 substitute with it, and just hit auto duel, and it'll work for those things under the below 51. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm going to go ahead and suicide, and the reason I'm doing that is that it'll either force him to keep his mirror wall and I'll be able to get a free 28 attack, or he'll activate the mirror wall and I still have a 28 beat stick. So that's the reason I decided to go a suicide instead of attacking with Thunder Dragon. Because if I attacked with Thunder Dragon and if he had a mirror wall, I would lose the Thunder Dragon, and then I would just I would have a 22 beat stick that he can just attack into it next turn. So I did force him to activate his trap card, and I'm going to lose out on my dinosaur, but I still have the Thunder Dragon, and now that I know that it's not a mirror wall, I can just go ahead and attack over. So it was a 1-for-1 trade, and at the end I ended up with a +1, because I still have the Thunder Dragon, and he lost 2 cards out of that. So that was an extremely good trade for that. Now he summons a 21 attack, and what did he do next? He re-Ryokus, yeah. So he re-Ryokus, and I think I have a face down trap, and I don't think I'm activated. Let me see. It's, okay, so there's no point in me activating the trap. So he attacks, and I'm just gonna let it die, because the next turn I can go ahead and activate my trap and attack over his, because they're gonna be both 21, I think, or 22. Yeah, 21. But then I get the 2-headed King Rex, and it'll be 100 over. So I decided to go ahead and summon it, and I'll just go ahead and attack over it, and I'll keep my trap as a surprise just in case he summons another monster and just try to suicide. I can just go ahead and activate my trap, and my monster would be stronger than his. So I go ahead and end my turn, and I think he does exactly just that. I don't exactly remember, but this deck was insane when I was playing it. I go ahead. Okay, yeah, he's on the 21, and then this when I saw that, I don't even know why he's playing that monster. It's 21 attack, I guess, or it's a little bit over 18, and he plays Auto Recharge, thinking or hoping that I don't have another monster. However, I do have a monster, so I think that was a mistake on him, or I don't even know if that was a mistake, because his monster would have died anyways. So I don't know what I would have done in that situation if I was him. But I don't think I would have ordered charge. It was a 2-for-1. So I did draw another normal beat stick, and I'm just going to attack with it. Right, so go ahead and attack for 22. And on this next one, I think he summons another beat stick at 22. So what he should have done is he should have saved his other one, I think. And I think he should, or I don't even know, he would have suicided. I just don't know why he's playing that 15,000 normal beat stick when there's way better options out there. Again, you can see that he's been playing for a while because he has the Order of Charge. I'm not sure if this is just a maybe more of a casual player, or not sure, but he does have some decent cards. So there's the Metamorph, and like I said, I was waiting for him to go ahead and attack with the same attack life attack, and then I can go ahead and take his monster because mine would have the 300 extra boost. And that's the way that you want to play the Metamorph. So I'll just go ahead and summon a monster and attack for game, and that was it for this one. Okay. Alright, and then we go to the second one. The second one, he quits right after I summoned the dino that negates the effect, so I didn't record it. It was like 2 turns, so there was really no point in recording it. And then the third one that I played, all these are in reg, by the way. You'll see what happened. I don't want to spoil the end for you. Alright. So this is extremely bad because I drew the 3 Thunder Dragons. I didn't draw Polymerization, and I did draw that Fiend. Now that Fiend is extremely good because the defense is 1800, and that's the only reason I have him here because of that defense. And if your opponent's not playing a Dino deck or anything like a Tribute with Soul Exchanges, they're not going to be able to get over the 18 defense. Now I wished I would have gotten a couple more copies of it out of the Bakura event, but I only got one. It's literally one of the only SRs that I got one out of everything else. I got multiple stuff. So in this one out, he has a ton of back row. I think he ends up setting like 2 or 3, and I just didn't want to attack. So he attacks into my defense. He takes 50 damage because my defense is 18. So I drew an enemy controller. And pass my turn because I really can't do anything with 3 Thunder Dragons. So he's gonna, I think, if I remember correctly, he's gonna Thunder Dragon, and then he's gonna set a monster. I was hoping that he didn't get the Polymerization because then I was just straight up lose. So there's another Thunder Dragon. Okay, he sets a monster. I'm gonna go ahead and. I think I draw into a normal beat stick, I think. Alright, it was Polymerization, so I went ahead and used Polymerization. And then I get the Twin Thunder Dragon again. And now on this next move that I do, I'm always afraid of attacking to a Mirror Wall, because Mirror Wall is game changing. And whenever you attack into one, you most of the time in a rank game you will lose if you attack into a Mirror Wall. It just takes it makes you go minus. So I summon and I attack the defense. I choose not to attack the beam because if there's a Mirror Wall, the thunder would get the Thunder Dragon will get destroyed. And if it's a Ladybug, I figured that it would just get rid of my defense and I can still have my 28 attack. So I go ahead and attack it. And it is a Ladybug, so my level 4 monster gets destroyed. However, I still have the 28 attack beat stick. That's his turn, and unfortunately for me on this one, I think he has a Riryoku. Alright. I'm guessing I don't know if he had it or if he got it out of the switcheroo, but he does get it, and he Riryokus me. Alright, where is it? Okay, there it is. Now, I did have an enemy controller set, so I was able to save my dragon for one turn. Alright, so he's attacking, trying to destroy my dragon. Go ahead and activate enemy controller. Sets his he's been to the fence, so he's not able to attack roll my dragon. Now on this next move, I think I misplayed because I get out a beat stick, I summon it, and I think the correct move would have been to summon my monster. Alright, summon it, and then switch my Thunder Dragon to defense mode, and this is where everything goes downhill from here. So I chose to leave my Thunder Dragon in attack mode. I don't know why. Most of the time I would usually switch it to defense. I'm not sure why. I usually don't make this bad decision to go ahead and attack with both monsters in attack mode. So the correct move was to put the Thunder Dragon, or the Twin Thunder Dragon, in defense mode, attack with the beat stick, and then if he had the Windstorm, he would activate Windstorm, and my Thunder Dragon would have gone to attack mode, and I would still be able to attack. And it would have, if that didn't work, it would have forced his other card, and at that point I would still have a 19 attack beat stick, but he would have lost that other set card. So that was a misplay on my part. And then from here, since I didn't force that back row, he punishes me because I didn't force it, and I end up losing the game out of that. And you'll see how I lose. So go ahead and enjoy the rest of that video. Watch. I don't think there would be a point for me to keep going with the commentary, or we can, I guess. It's almost done. So he uses his back row, destroys his level 2 Shine Ball, destroys my Thunder Dragon, and then at this point he activates his Venus again, gets another Shine Ball. Okay. And then Symbols of Duty is just to finish me off. And whenever someone activates Symbols of Duty, they can tribute a monster on the side of the field. I think it's a normal monster that they can special summon anything on either, I think, either side, like either graveyard. It could be either his or mine. And then after this, he just attacks for game. And I think a lot of this game, it's not the deck's fault. It was on me because I misplayed on that read on Windstorm. I should have said that Thunder Dragon put it in defense and attack with a monster. So that was it, and I think, like I said, that was my fault. So if you're enjoying my videos and everything, go ahead and do subscribe. If like I said, if you have any comments, or if you want to go ahead and give me some suggestions on how to improve this deck with more free cards, go ahead and leave them down in the comment section below. And that's gonna be it for today. I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow.